Hey YouTube, Lucky here from the lab, and today I'm going to bring you a setup video showing you how we do our dual stream setup. That's right, we have two people on one stream on Twitch, and I'm going to show you our exact setup. Right here is the desktop. It's just showing you our little icons and stuff. That would be more like a software setup. Today I'm going to go over our new hardware setup, so that way you guys can see everything we use in terms of hardware. If you guys want, if this video right here gets 3,000 likes, I'll make a software setup showing you how we do the switch view, how we switch from one point of view to the other. And so if you guys want that, hit that like button and let's get into the hardware setup for our dual stream setup. So the first thing is that this is just a cheap HP monitor. If I don't know the exact model for something, I apologize, but to be completely honest, some of our stuff is really high quality and other things we don't really go that all in on. We don't necessarily want the most expensive thing for every single part. We're not trying to, you know, make a $50,000 setup. So this is just some cheap HP monitor. I actually got this like years and years ago, and it's just used for the stream setup. As you can see here, we can see the OBS, which is what we use, Open Broadcaster Studio, and right here is just a simple lamp, and then we have this lamp hooked up for the green screen right here. All right, the green screen is basically just made out of a cloth that's like almost like a bed sheet, and so that's the green screen. DX Racer. All right, the mic we use is an RE320. It's really important that if you're going to use a mic that you get one that has XLR. XLR is the way to go. To people who are audio professionals, that's like fucking day one shit. Like, you guys know that XLR is mandatory. You got to use XLR mic. This RE320 is a really good, really high quality mic. It's used by a lot of other streamers, and so it's a very commonly seen mic. Also, I think it's the SM70. I'm probably saying that wrong, but that's another popular mic. Here we have a Logitech, just C920. Nothing too crazy. It's the webcam we use. Right here is a BenQ monitor. This is for console gaming. We looked it up on Amazon. It's nothing crazy. Like, it's literally just a... If you look up Amazon, if you look up gaming monitor on Amazon, that's like one of the first ones that pops up. And right here is a monitor that we flip sideways so that we can put the chat up long ways. We put all these little sound bits here. This is how we click on, like, hello darkness, mild friend, all around me are familiar faces. That's how we click on those funny sound bits. We literally just play them on our desktop, and it just plays the audio into the stream. There's an Xbox Elite controller. There's a SCUF Infinity controller. There's a SCUF Impact controller. There's two mix amps. There's a Astro A40 headset. We have an Xbox One there, and we also will have a... This is Boaip's side of the room, so I actually don't know where everything's placed. His PlayStation is actually removed right now, so you won't see that here, but you'll see a variety of other things. There's some shake weights. Absolutely necessary to have shake weights, and of course you need a gun by your side in case some zombies attack, of course. Here's our computer. Our computer that we use for streaming and plugging everything into. You can see, oh my gosh, look at all those wires there. That is just absolutely crazy. It has a GTX, I think 980 in it. It has 32 gigabytes RAM, solid state drive. Here we go, we'll go on to we have two modems. We have one modem for our consoles and one modem for the PC. This is to kind of help prevent DDoSing. You still get DDoS no matter what, but this can kind of help a little bit. This is a 1 gigabyte modem right there. This is the Comcast business modem, and that's a Nighthawk to help add more Ethernet cables so you can plug everything in direct connection. So that goes to PS4s, and that will get knocked offline by DDoSers and stuff. And this one goes to the PC, so at least if we get knocked offline, we don't get knocked off stream. And so it's kind of nice to have that. It doesn't keep you completely safe, of course, but at least it prevents a little bit of that stuff, so that way you can still stay live. And the Nighthawk is also very nice additive to that. So that's the basic setup on this side. I'll go over to my side now, and I'll show you guys what my stream setup's looking like. Alright, so all those wires went through a hole in the wall. Alright. And that's the hole right there. As you can see back there, there's two separate ones. The top hole leads to my mics and all the compressor right here, and the bottom hole is for just everything. You want to keep your mic cords separated from the rest of the cords because you can actually get some signal interference. You'll see right here I have a much bigger table. I just recently installed this. I've got a RE320 mic. I've got my monitor, second monitor, and third monitor. All right, that one's for gaming. and this one's for chat. Everything is duplicated, so the signal is duplicated. As I move the mouse on this side, it moves the mouse on his side in the room. This is the keyboard I use and the mouse I use to control the computer. This is a Razer Orb Weaver, and this is a GTX 502. Those are what I use to go into my Zim. That's my Scuf Impact. My Zim is right here. That's the Zim. That's how I play mouse and keyboard on console, if I choose to do so. This is a TC Helicon, which is a voice changer. Boib has the exact same one in his room. I just recently got this. This is an Elgato Stream Deck. It's a really cool device. Helps you switch your, I believe, scenes on OBS, and it can do a lot of cool things. I haven't got into using that yet. I want to figure that out. I haven't spent the time yet. There's a PS4 Pro. There's an Xbox One. There's an Xbox Elite controller on top of the Xbox One. And there's my Astro A40s, and there's the 2 mix amps. Right, I'll show you everything else I have on here. Got these 2 Kappa Jesus candles. Those are really nice. An extra spare A40 mix amp, and this compressor. Now, I will say this, I think out of everything that we have in our setup, this is pretty much all the hardware. Here's the light that we use, and here's the green screen that I use. It's pretty much the exact same thing. It's just basically a cloth, like a bed sheet. I literally have a green screen fitted sheet right here. It's got fitted sheet, so it actually stretches to fit on your bed. So that way, if the camera, right here, the camera comes through, and the signal might pick up the corner of the bed, at least it gets green screened out. Got my DX Racer here. Alright, we're going to add to our setup soon 2 PCs that we're going to get for Destiny 2 for playing on PC, so look forward to that. Also on this, we have a Scarlett device. It's in there. You can't hardly see it, but let's see if I can get the camera down low. It's a device that you use. It helps convert the signal from XLR to, I believe, digital, so that you can plug it into your computer. And so that's a really nice device. And so if you have any questions, post them in the comments below. You can also tag them at us when we're live streaming on Twitch. Every day at the end of each stream, we do a Q&A. So if you have questions, bring them to the end of the stream. When we're done live streaming, we'll answer your questions. We do a Q&A almost every single night. If you have questions, that's the best place to ask, is on twitch.tv/LuckyandBW. The link to that Twitch channel will be in the description below. As I was saying earlier, I think the most important thing in all of this is the audio. Alright, so I'm going to go over a quick audio loadout. Alright, RE320 mic, very nice, high quality mic. Plugs in XLR cable all the way in down into this box here. Right, now this is a TC Helicon. This is how you change your voice. You can't read it, but it says sexy voice, and that's how I would say sexy motherfucker. And so that's the voice changer, which then plugs into the compressor. Right, the compressor is what makes the sound sound so much better and so much crispier. It also keeps from the button clicking, click clacking. It keeps that noise out of the mic. So the compressor right there, this big giant board, this is a dual compressor because we have 2 XLR cables coming in, as you can see on the backside. Boib signal and my signal are both coming in the backside. This is a really nice piece of equipment. This is called an Alto equipment, and if you looked up this Alto dual compressor, it's called an ACOM 2 at the end there. It's really nice. Alright, I highly recommend that. All the stuff that I've recommended in this video, I'm not going to have links down below to them, but if you ask me for them, I'll give them to you. And if you type in the names into Google or Amazon, I guarantee you you'll find this stuff. And none of this stuff is too crazy to find. A lot of it is pretty common. Some of it is a little bit specialty, but you'll find it all, I promise. And then the last part is the compressor, plugs into the Scarlett, and the Scarlett has a wire which then allows you to connect it into the computer via USB. And so all of our mics go through that much different stuff. So if you're sitting at home using just a mic that plugs directly USB into your computer, you're missing out on all that voice changing and dynamic microphone and compression, and then the signal conversion. All that stuff is making the audio sound really, really good. So if you guys notice how good our audio quality is throughout our streams, that's why, is because we've spent a lot of money. The bulk of our money is spent on the audio. So hopefully this video is helpful. Hopefully it enlightens you to how we do our dual stream setup. And if you're trying to do a 2 stream setup, you'll see the same thing. It is really important to have the wall. There's a wall right here. If I were to speak into my mic right now, I couldn't synchronize it up to the mic in his room currently with the current setup, but there are ways to do that. So if you're trying to do a dual stream setup in the same room, that is possible. It's hard though, because as I speak even this loud, if this wall wasn't here, Boab's mic would pick up my voice just a little bit, and so it can be a little frustrating with that kind of stuff, doing a dual stream in the same room. So we have the wall in between us. I'm in my room, he's in his room, for that reason alone, because it's kind of essential to the way we run our setup. If you have any questions, or if you'd like to see me go into detail with anything below, post a comment below. The top 3 comments that get the most upvotes, those are the comments that I'm going to look at, and those are the comments that I'm going to try and make follow-up videos. If you think that I need to follow up on something, I will gladly make a follow-up video. I will gladly go into more detail. And again, if this gets 3,000 likes, I will go ahead and I'll make a setup video on all the software that we use, or I'll have Boab make it, because he knows a lot more of the software stuff than I do, to be completely honest. So that's the video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Have a good night, and as always, stay soft.